Okay, I'm gonna make this video quick. It's for new members and new players. This is what you do. You come in. This is your navigation area. Next to the navigation area is your syndicates. It says syndicates there. You you got a choice of two syndicates. One works with Ally. The new Locust ally of the new parry sequence. Rebel is ally of Steel Meridian. Okay, that's that. They tell you this is your market area. This is where you buy anything that you need in the game, from Warframe's weapons or whatever, or you can also buy blueprints. You go where it says Warframe, press X on it, press select the character you want to buy the blueprint from or for, and then you that one you can't buy a blueprint. That one you have to find a blueprint on doing spy missions. And there's some characters that here, you only could get them if you in a clan or if you have your own dojo at the Tenno Lab. You have to do all kinds of researches and farm a lot of resources. It's better if you join a clan. If you want to join mine, or if you are in mine, they are the labs at the dojo. That's real quick. I'm not gonna waste your time. This is your arsenal. You walk towards the back of your ship. This is where everything is, you know, a place for your primary, secondary, and everything. They give you your first weapons when you first start the game. But here is your primary, secondary, melee, and carrier. I mean companion. You buy a blueprint for your companion at the market. Go back to your market. It's better if you buy the companion that says carrier. You arrow down to where it says companion. You press X on it. You look for that right there. It says carrier. Select on it. And you press R1, and that's the blueprint. It costs 100,000 credits. Buy the blueprint. You go towards the back of your ship again. You make a right, and here is your foundry. I think you have to unlock your foundry when you first start the game. And this is where you build your stuff. You use R1 or L1 to move from one section to the other of your foundry. You press R1 until you get to the section where it says Sentinels. That blueprint will show there. And then you select. Let's say I got the blueprint for the Texon. It says build. If you have the resources, you will press X, and I'll build one for you. If not, then you have to farm resources for it. Then you go to Arsenal. The character you selected at the beginning of the game is gonna be here. Like for example, I built this one just so I can explain to you what you do with these characters. I just build them. He's on rank and everything. You see, it says upgrade. You press triangle. You press the triangle, and you will come to this page. At the beginning of the when you first start this game, you won't have anything to pull up here, but it will after you do a couple missions, it will give you a couple. This is what they call mods. It upgrades your Warframes. As you can see in the top, it tells you how much energy, health, and shield your Warframe has. So when you equip the mod, it says like this. It says redirection. Let me see if I find one that's empty. Let me see. I should have a ton. There's two kinds of mods too. One is broken and one is whole. The broken ones are the lower level mods. Like you go by the dots in the bottom of the figure. Let me see. You see, this is a whole vitality, but you also have broken vitalities. You go by the dots in the bottom. If you see more than 3 or 4 dots at the bottom, that means it's a full mod. You see how I picked the one that matches? You see that D toward next to the 2, that figure, that little D looking thing. If you pull that mod where that you see that empty space right there, it has a D on it. It matches the mod's D looking thing. You could place that mod right on top of that, and it will cut how much it takes in half. Because as you can see, the mod is level 2, the number 2. And when you put it in that spot, it would turn into 1. So that means it only would take 1 number out of your capacity. Those numbers next to your capacity, that's the numbers there. It will subtract. So as I take it out, I go back to 23. The more much you put in these empty spaces, or the higher the mod is, the higher the rank of the mod is how much it would take away from you. Like I put that there, say it took 1 number, now you got 22 out of 23. You see, now this space has a figure that looks like a V, like Vito Victor. And then you go down towards the bottom where your mods are gonna be, and then you press R1, L1. And then you go towards, but this is your B's. Yeah, I suggest you start. For Excalibur, you want duration. I mean, that's a whole ballpark. That's a different story. But at some point, you're gonna get the mod that says continuity. That gives it makes your ability when you struck your enemy with your ability, it lasts longer. It will get hurt longer. Like if it just makes your ability last longer. You can either put that one there, or if at some point you're gonna get the mod that says intensify. This one right here, you also got 2 different intensifiers. Like the one that you got at the beginning is 3 dots, I believe, and this one, as you can see, is 5. Okay, those are on rank mods. You see how the strength went up to 5% and your health went up to 140. That's one. And now, if you go up and you highlight your mod, and your controller, press R3, and it will take you to this page. If you claim your starter pack, they will give you some a little bit of plat. Plat is the currency this game uses. You see what it says upgrade? If you have the plat, and let me get out of your arsenal. I have 8, but if you have the plat and you don't have that resource, that's kind of like a resource. But that resource only drops from alerts. At the beginning of the game, you're not gonna be able to get that from alerts at that point. You go to the market. Do not spend your plat, the currency you receive from the starter pack. Do not spend it on any cosmetics or anything. Please don't. Save it. This is what you're gonna do with the first resource you need to buy. You go down to equipment, and then you arrow. With your signal pack, you move around, select what it says components, and then you find that one. Oricon reactor is what you're gonna have to buy. You select X and buy it. After you buy it, then you go back to your arsenal towards the back of your ship. You press X, square on it. Go back to where your character is. Press triangle. After you get to this page, you press R3. And then after you bought that resource, you see where it says upgrade. It will show 1 if you have 1. I got 8. You press on it, and then we'll tell you install Oricon reactor. You press OK. Once you do that, you see how the numbers double on your capacity. And now, that's one step for new players or new members of my clan. That's it. That's the end of the lesson for now.